Here are the stories that we're tracking for you today. A round of applause for our neighbors to the north, the new champion of vaccinations. Over the weekend, our responsible continental cousin surpassed Israel in vaccine doses administered cumulatively. Back in April, Canada only had 3% of the population fully vaccinated. There are no domestic manufacturers of the vaccines in that country. Major cities like Montreal and Toronto were in lockdown. Canada now leads G7 and G20 countries in shots in arms, with 60% of the population fully vaccinated and more than 70% partially vaccinated.
Meanwhile, in the U.S., cases and hospitalizations are spiking, and we're stalled at under 50% fully vaccinated. Which begs the question, why? Well, the answer is that our country's stuck and suffering right now because of the unvaccinated. And a stubbornly high percent have refused the vaccine because of hyper-partisan lies.
Florida over the weekend broke not one, but two alarming COVID-19 records. A day after it recorded the most new daily cases since the start of the pandemic, Florida on Sunday broke a previous record for current hospitalizations, which was set more than a year ago before vaccines were even available. Exactly 3 weeks ago to the day, the PAC for Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis began selling Don't Fauci My Florida merch. And 5 months ago, Politico declared DeSantis had won the pandemic. Yeah, pretty bad.
You fucked up. No, you fucked up. No. You fucked up. Don't blame me for that shit.
The commander-in-chief is ordering the TikTok army to assemble. The mission? Fighting misinformation online and recruiting young Americans to get vaccinated. The White House has created a broad, personality-driven campaign to confront an urgent challenge in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, and that is getting shots in the arms of the youthful masses. Young Americans have the lowest inoculation rates of any eligible age group in the U.S. Fewer than half of all Americans age 18 to 39 are fully vaccinated, and about 58% of those aged 12 through 17 have yet to receive a shot at all. Millions of Americans are at risk of being evicted after a nationwide moratorium expired over the weekend. The eviction moratorium was imposed by the CDC during the worst of the economic downturn from the pandemic, but many Americans still face danger of possibly losing their homes as variants rage on. The White House scrambling to manage the crisis cleanup Monday. In a statement, the Biden administration said the CDC could not find the legal authority for any new action, and called on state and local governments to act and help keep renters in their homes. Progressive Democrats had tried and failed late last week to extend the moratorium before the chamber left for a 6-week recess. Congresswoman Cori Bush, who slept outside the Capitol in protest, is demanding the House reconvene to address the issue.
How can we go vacation? I'm asking for House leadership to say, look, come back, let's reconvene and let's get this done for our people.
As if you needed another reason to love Dolly Parton. But here's just one more. The country icon invested some of her royalty revenue from Whitney Houston's hit cover of her song I Will Always Love You in a building located in a historically black Nashville neighborhood in order to help the community.
I just love the fact that I spent that money on a complex, and I think this is the house that Whitney built.